Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first Akeela Mini-Seminar. We are so excited to start sharing a little bit more of the conversations that we often have with a lot of our camp families throughout the year with you all in this brief video format, like what you're going to see today. So the whole Akeela team is going to get involved, and we're going to start touching on a variety of topics, everything from Asperger's and learning differences to post-secondary transition for our teens, and then also just general camp life. So we're really excited to get started sharing all of that with you, and would love to hear from you too. Your comments, suggestions, feedback for us. So however you're watching this, please leave us some comments below. We'd love to hear from you, any ideas you have also about seminar topics that we could put together for you. So we're looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks again for tuning in. And with that, I think we're ready for our first Akeela Mini-Seminar. So let's get started.
Sounds good. So families often ask us about how they can better prepare their teen for life after high school. So we're going to be focusing on transition to post-secondary life today. Through my experience as a high school counselor and our work together at Beyond Akeela, we have heard many stories about successes and challenges that our teens have had after high school. We want to share some tips and ideas of things that you can start doing at home with your teen to make that transition that much smoother. It's important to know that this conversation is a much larger topic than just this 5-minute video, so feel free to reach out with any questions and we can be happy to assist you.
Absolutely. So our first skill that we want to really touch on that you can start working on and promoting at home is self-advocacy. This is a really critical skill. I would probably say the most critical skill that helps our teens be more successful when they do go off into whatever their post-secondary endeavor is. They have a lot of support oftentimes provided to them through 504 plans or IEPs in their academic settings in middle school and high school, and it's easy to get used to having things done for you or services provided for you. And oftentimes our teens are not having to advocate for themselves to get those services. So one thing that will change certainly when they go off to college or into the workforce is that accommodations are still available, and they're going to have to advocate for them for themselves now. And so that's what we wanted to touch on, just a few things that you can start doing at home to really promote a little bit more self-advocacy for your teen.
Yeah, so one thing that you can start doing right now is allowing your teen or your student to participate in their own IEP or 504 plans. So allow them a chair, but also make sure that their voice is heard during those meetings. You can encourage them to speak up by asking them questions like, is this accommodation serving you? Or is there something else that we can be doing to make your life a little bit easier? Additionally, also encourage your child to solve problems independently. So when they come to you with something that's going wrong, ask them how they might solve it if you weren't there in that moment. Give them a chance to brainstorm different solutions and then talk through that and celebrate the successes when they're done.
Yeah, of course. And really the goal here is just to give your teen more practice making decisions for themselves. And that goes for both an academic standpoint and also outside of their academic settings. It's really important to be doing it at home too, or when you're out in the world. All those different settings are great opportunities for your students to be practicing their self-advocacy skills.
Yeah, absolutely. And related to self-advocacy, it's important for your teen to start practicing their independent living skills. So that could be managing their morning and nighttime routines, but also doing a grocery run, doing cooking, managing their own laundry. All of those things are great things for them to be practicing independently. When they're practicing these skills, they might make mistakes. So make sure to normalize those mistakes and celebrate the successes when they happen.
Yeah, and then sort of on a related note to that too is executive functioning. Again, this is an area that oftentimes a lot of our teens do have some challenges with at home and in school. And so at school, oftentimes it will be there's support provided for their executive functioning through IEPs or 504 plans. And generally what we mean by executive functioning is the ability to plan and execute tasks, to take a complex task maybe that has a bunch of moving parts in it, and break that down into smaller, simpler tasks and then executing them. So again, this is an area that some of our campers, need a little more support with. And so one thing that you can work on at home is, like I said, there are going to be oftentimes strategies that they use in school, maybe marker boards or organizers, whatever it is that they might be using in school. Bring that into their home lives too, and help them use that to organize their life at home. Kristin talked a lot about things that they can be doing at home to practice their independence and stay organized throughout the week. Use some of the strategies that they're using from their academic setting in their home lives too. Like, so if they're using a marker board, bring that to their home and have them use that as a way to start practicing their executive functioning skills at home too. And that's a great way to continue to promote that both in an academic setting and away from school as well.
Yeah, well, there's definitely more that we could talk about in this video regarding post-secondary transition, but we hope you enjoyed our first mini seminar and found it very helpful.
Yeah, and thank you again for watching this video. We really hope you'll tune in for our next one. Again, if you have any comments, questions, feedback, please leave it below in the comments section. We're looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, thanks everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Camp is like a circle, sunrise and sundown.